Hey acupuncture groupies, Dr. Anise Khalaf here live, and I'm going to be talking to you today about overworrying and overthinking and how that affects your stomach health. I'm with Acupuncture Fit, and I firmly believe that all patients can achieve optimal health through acupuncture, traditional Chinese medicine techniques, and knowing their body type. If you go to our Facebook page under Acupuncture Fit, you'll see a link to the free ebook that I wrote. And that is a wonderful book detailing body typing and how that affects our health. I want to welcome everybody today. Kristen, thank you very much. Hey everybody, thank you very much for watching. And if you like what you're hearing, if you could just please hit that heart button, that share button, and share this wonderful information with your friends and your family. And I'm super excited to dive right in today. So first of all, the organs in Chinese medicine are paired, and all last week we were talking about and posting articles on the spleen and stomach, and we've had a lot of people message us for questions regarding different symptoms, and I love doing these lives. It's very personal, so I can really just dive into some of the organs and emotions and just give you guys and serve you guys a bunch of knowledge and information regarding how to achieve this optimal health through our wonderful 4,000-year-old test lab. So let's again dive right in. The active times, and in Chinese medicine, we focus on a time clock. So basically what happens with the organ time clock is that organs are active if they are not functioning properly. And they almost wake our body up, or they send signals to our body like, fix me from an energetic perspective. I see a question come in here. How could you body type kids when they're not fully developed? Well, that's a great answer. And I'm going to answer that right now. This is a great answer. So I'm going to refer to this with kind of referring back to the jungle, right? And that's a great question. So you got animals in the jungle, right? Let's refer to a hippopotamus who is low to the ground, and or a giraffe who's high to the ground. So again, the question is, how do you body type kids when they're not fully developed? Well, everybody has a body type when they first start. So what happens, or when they first are born? So this is what happens. When you're first born and the baby comes out, you can relate to different shapes about how a baby looks like, and those evolve over time. So the different shapes are square or circle or more triangular or more diamond shaped, and that relates to what body type a person is at that time. And again, the body type can change over time. So if you go over to the Fran Center website, you can request a link to get body type, which isn't what this live isn't about. But if you check out the Fran Center on Facebook, she can direct you to the wonderful Dr. Kamal, who actually does the body typing. We do not do the body typing. As a matter of fact, that body typing that a lot of people are referring to, that technique is part of traditional Chinese medicine, but we do not specifically body type patients. We're referring to, not right now, different body types in the books and how you can relate to the different elements and emotions in Chinese medicine. But that is a very great question. So relating back to your body type, even a baby hippo versus a baby giraffe, let's say, a baby hippo will eat things more low to the ground, where a baby giraffe will even then eat things high. So there's a lot of differences between foods from eating low to the ground or high up. But thank you so much for answering that question. I see you got your question answered. You're very, very welcome. And if you have more questions in the comments, please put them below and on our page. So back to the spleen and stomach on how they're affected. I was talking about the organ time clock. So the time for the stomach and spleen when it is not in perfect harmony is from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. A lot of times if you've eaten something fried or some junk food, you'll wake up with what? An upset stomach. And other times you might even go to bed with an upset stomach, upsetting other organs and such. So the time that it takes from the food to go from your mouth down through your stomach, and then you eat a lot, let's say at night, your stomach hasn't had time to digest, you'll wake up literally with an upset stomach. So again, if you're seeing symptoms from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., or let's say, I'm gonna dive into this too. This is the emotion of the stomach and spleen. And again, so when we're talking about emotions in Chinese medicine, there's something to be said about getting butterflies in your stomach, right? So if you're talking about or thinking about a person that you're dating or want to date, they say you get butterflies in your stomach. So what happens is over worrying or excessive worrying, overthinking or excessive thinking can actually injure or disrupt the stomach chi or energy. This is very common in college kids. When they're overthinking for exams or over worrying about their exams, they get butterflies in their stomach. Again, different emotions can affect different organs, and different organs tell us, hey, help me, I need some nourishment. So then what we do is we'll look at these emotions. Well, what time is the patient waking up, consistently? Is it between 7 a.m. to 11 a.m.? Well, that probably has to do with the stomach and spleen, or overthinking and over worrying. Waking up, thinking about a test, thinking about someone that, maybe potentially that you're dating. Different emotions can manifest in the different organs in our body. Now, the stomach needs to be nourished the most in the late summer, okay? So damp is the type of exogenous pathogenic factor, and what that means is like weather that injures the stomach and spleen is dampness, all right? So excessive dampness and excessive sweets can really hurt the stomach. Now, we can relate dampness to different types of foods in Chinese medicine. So foods that are damp in nature in Chinese medicine, and also some of these are hot, are fried greasy foods, which is probably one of the number one foods that really bothers people's stomachs after they eat it initially. Beer, such as alcohol, that really bothers the stomach, and that's very what we call damp in nature. And then also dairy. Dairy is very damp and also hot in nature, that injures the stomach and spleen. Now, the emotions going back to worry and overthinking and overworrying that affect the stomach and spleen can be balanced out. So if you have somebody that's excessively, I'm going to read through a list of these, that has these emotions, that needs some sympathy, that's over-worrying, that has regret, remorse, or some sort of obsession or self-centeredness, the best way to heal and get through this patient is the reverse emotion, or what we call it the positive emotional range of empathy and provision. So you want to be really empathetic with people that are suffering from over-worrying, overthinking, and a lot of times it could be from a minor trauma or a major trauma. Now, different organs manifest in different areas in the body. Last week, I think we were talking about the lung and large intestine and how that manifests in the chest. So, and then from the chest, what happens is different pathogens can show up on the skin. So that's the organ that the lung, large intestine show up on, is the skin. So the spleen and stomach, which we were talking about all last week, manifest in the muscle. So muscular weakness, muscular fatigue. If you're overworried and overthinking, that can be very draining. You almost just feel like limp, where all your muscles just feel so drained. So you really want to nourish your stomach and spleen channels with foods that are yellow in nature. That's right, yellow is the color of the spleen and the stomach. One great recipe takeaway that I want to give you that's very good to nourish the spleen and stomach is yellow spaghetti squash. I absolutely love yellow spaghetti squash. And there's so many recipes online that you can just Google, and you can bake it with some olive oil and salt and use that as a wonderful substitute for grainy pastas and things like that are very good, that actually aren't so good for the stomach, or if you have gut issues, gluten sensitivities. This yellow spaghetti squash is a wonderful substitute. So again, I hope that was really helpful. If you have any questions from watching this, please put a comment in below. I really appreciate that you've joined this private group. And again, it's a group that I just want to give everybody some knowledge and power to empower their health and to live a happy and healthy lifestyle. Again, if you're liking what you're hearing, please share this, heart this with your friends and your family. Post comments below or questions below in the comments. And also check out my ebook, An Ancient Guide to Your Body Type, over on our Facebook page and on this group at Acupuncture Fit. My name is Dr. Anis Khalaf, and again, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to being with you soon. Take care. Bye now.